Passion. As a Sicilian, I have barrels full of passion, creativity, energy, and hard work. My mom's dad was a Sicilian immigrant. I grew up in a large Italian family here in Shreveport. I learned the value of family. I also learned the value of hard work because at the age of 10, my parents put me to work in their furniture stores, Lewis Furniture. Upon graduating from Southwood High School in the top 10% of my class, my parents wanted me to go to work in the furniture store, but I disagreed with my dad and said, well, I would really like to pursue and get a business degree. So I enrolled at LSUS. After I had been in for a couple of years, I met Dr. Harvey Rubin. He was a retired insurance salesman who had a true passion for teaching finance, and I fell in love with the numbers and the math. So I switched my major over to financial management and started pursuing every course that I could so that I could one day become a financial planner. Several of the finance courses that I had to take were in real estate and appraisal, and they were taught by Dr. Douglas Bible, which I know several of you know. I'm a nerd, so I did really well in those classes too. Dr. Bible approached me about a scholarship that was available for students with an interest in real estate. I filled out the application and submitted my essay about why I wanted to pursue a career in real estate. I'm good at working with people and building and establishing rapport in a sales situation. I also really enjoy the analysis side of figuring out a value for a home using linear regression models and mortgage financing. I just found it sexy. You got to remember, I'm a nerd. You can't imagine how excited that 21-year-old was when told that I had received the scholarship from the Women Council of Realtors. I was being rewarded for pursuing something that I had a passion for, and that was positive reinforcement. Real estate equals money. Great to a 21-year-old. Dr. Bible and I came to the meeting. At that time, he presented the award to me. My picture was taken and was put in the Shreveport Times. And I've kept that in my work portfolio all these many years. Several months ago, I found that, and I scanned it, and I posted it to my Realtor Facebook page. Several of my friends commented on it, and Miss Vanessa Hackelman saw it, and she was touched by it as well, and she brought it up to the council. That's why I'm actually blessed to have this opportunity to speak with you today. It only took me 20 years to come back, but I'm here today as a realtor. Thank you, Women's Council of Realtors, for planting the seed. When my bachelor's in finance was complete, I continued my education by getting a master's in finance from LSUS as well. When my curriculum was completed, I had to make the decision whether to go into financial planning or real estate. I ultimately decided to open up the financial planning practice. I had been in practice for several years, up until September 11th. At that time, pretty much people stopped investing. People stopped buying homes for that matter as well. My son was on his way, so I had to find another job. Since that time, I have had the opportunity to teach college for the past 15 years. I've also had various management and accounting positions as well. About 10 years ago, I got a crazy idea, and I kept it to myself for a while. And a couple years later, I finally decided to pursue it. My large Italian family would gather often, typically for family or religious reasons. It was typically around the dinner table. I wanted to instill the value of family in my son and share that with my community. That inspired the idea for Hartgate's Vineyard. I enjoy good food, good wine, being outside, so I decided to start building a vineyard and produce fine wine. It took me 2 years working with the city of Shreveport and the MPC. Yeah. You understand, right? So we actually had to change a few laws as well to be able to make this happen, to be able to produce wine on the vineyard. Nothing with this project has been easy, but that's okay because I don't take no for an answer. Hartgate's Vineyard is located in West Shreveport on Greenwood Road by Dog and Tractor Supply and Garrison's Nursery. It's a 5.3-acre federally approved farm. The vines are now over 4.5 years old, 6 feet tall, and producing. We haven't been able to get them in the ground yet because the weather this year has not been cooperating, but we do plan to get them in the ground in the next month. We have begun having monthly events out of the Vineyard. We had a very successful event several weeks ago. It was very well attended. Our community is excited about this project and very supportive. My Diamond family especially. I had several of my friends comment about all the diamond badges that they saw out there that evening, so it really warms my heart. Hargate's Vineyard has been featured by KTBS and the Shreveport Times on K94.5's website, the Shreveport Bossier Tourist Bureau blog, the Loving This Life by Jada blog. Our Facebook page has a good following, and I would greatly appreciate you liking our page as well. We are in the process of forming strategic partnerships. Hargate's Vineyard wine label will be ready in the next 6 to 8 weeks. Our first production is a dry white wine. Fatty Arbuckles and Cuban Liquor have agreed to carry our label. We're in negotiations with other bars, restaurants, and stores. If you have a connection with someone that you think that would carry our wine label, please let me know, because I would love to visit with them. Hargate's Vineyard will be open to the public in the next year and a half. We're going to feature a wine tasting room, a boutique liquor store, production and storage facilities, and an event center. We are currently in the process of planning an outdoor event area that can be rented for bonfires, parties, weddings, receptions, and corporate outings. Pending approval with the city, this should be ready in the next few months. This project has not been cheap. I'm currently working 4 jobs, 7 days a week, full-time, to be able to make this happen. I'm a full-time business faculty at Redlands College on Bercoons, Master Vintner at Hargate's Vineyard. I still help out at Lewisburg occasionally, and I work my tail off selling homes at Diamond Realty. My slogan is home is where my heart is. I put my heart and soul in everything that I do. This vineyard has actually helped open doors for me in real estate, kind of made me popular with other realtors. I found that we have a lot of winos in real estate. That's my kind of people. I had a client bring in an escrow check last month. My buddy Mary Beth Fisher was working the front desk. He told her he had a check for Robert. She said, which one, the wine Robert or the other Robert? I was like, the wine Robert? I laughed when he told me the story. Hargate's Vineyard has collected and paid barrels full of sales tax dollars in the last few years. We have hired many vendors to do projects for us on the farm. We will hire 20 to 30 employees to help staff our events. We will add the attractions available for our residents and for our vacationers. We are making an economic impact here in the Shreveport area, and that will only grow. I love our community. I want people to step away from their busy life, take a breath, and make time for conversation. A conversation that doesn't involve an electronic device, but a glass filled with love. I want to create a place where guests are brought together like a big Italian family. Hargate's Vineyard is a place where memories and relationships are made, lasting memories that are made through good food and even better wine. Do you want to be a part of making this happen here in Shreveport? You can. Please like our Facebook page, buy our products, buy a ticket to our next event, give them as client gifts or Christmas gifts. Go out and tell a friend today about this crazy guy who's building a vineyard here in Shreveport. We want people to be excited about the good things that are going on here in Shreveport. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, that will help us all sell more homes. I have a couple of minutes. I'd like to open the floor if you have any questions for me.
When are you first going to be serving the first batch of bottles of wine that you've got?
We currently have been told about 2 weeks ago that we're estimating about 1,000 bottles of production, and that's going to be ready in the next 6 weeks. And we are going to be distributing that through Cuban Liquor and Fatty Arbuckles downtown, and we'll probably be doing wine tastings at those locations as well. Okay. Yes, ma'am?
Will we be able to come to the vineyard and purchase wine? When will that happen?
When I was working with the MPC, they told me after the fact that they had geocoded my liquor license to a certain spot on the property. So until I build a building in that specific spot, I can't sell alcohol. So I have been working with other distributors to come in and provide the alcohol for my events. Just one of those things that live and learn. So keep the test. Yes, ma'am.
Will you bring any today?
That's
a good question.
That's a popular question.
Would we be able to customize the label for our clients of putting our logo on there with our name and then the picture of the winery on there?
I don't think that would be a problem. I will definitely have to check. I had worked on the logo and had it out for several years ago and had a campaign that we did a few months ago and found out the millennials didn't care for the logo. So I actually had to work with a company in California to redesign the logo, and that's on our Facebook page. So we can rework that for you.
Okay.
So, yeah. Because we're also working on different realtor